Kids are really curious and therefore they're very creative. They come up with these things. They have all these questions. They don't have filter at the beginning. And I noticed this with my 15-month-old. Like, we're reading a book and he wants to read it over again and over again. And I'm like, we know this book already. But every time we read it, he'll find something different, like a little tiny ladybug that it's in a corner that I had never seen, totally overlooked, that he's like, that I'm like, wow, yes, why is there a ladybug here? And it turns out that there's a little trail and things that I completely overlook. And that's just a small example. They're constantly looking at things differently. And I think that it's because we have not yet imparted our worldview in them and the way that things should be. But then they get into this system where suddenly there's an example for everything. And there's a lesson that everybody does. And this is the final product. And this is how you solve the math problem. And if you do it differently, like, we are removing that creative component that they're naturally born with. And I think that's a threat to innovation, because in order to innovate, you need to be able to see things that nobody is seeing. And you need to be able to look at something from a different angle. And for that, you can't see that Lego picture in the front, like, this is what you're building. It's like, well, let's see where you would take this. And so I love those experiments that have been done where it shows, like, when you don't show kids the final work and you just tell them to do something, they come up with all these different things that I'm like, this is brilliant. And I just often think about, how could we cultivate that?